Welcome to Coffee and RPGs. My name is Solomon S. Kane. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of MMO and RPG News Roundup. We got a lot of news this Tuesday, so if you guys got your beverage of choice, let's cover the news together. Cheers to you guys. Really quick before we begin, I just wanted to let you know that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remasters is launching in September, and I'm only mentioning this because if you grew up during the 90s, such as myself, chances are you've played this or have very fond memories of it, actually. So if you want to reminisce about the 90s, feel that nostalgia, here's your chance to do so. So I wanted to first start off from MMOculture.com. And it's about Project TL. A lot of us have been waiting for this game. I mean, it's bad enough we're not getting Lost Ark, but maybe this could satiate that action RPG MMO that we've all been looking forward to play. But it goes on to say, or the headlines is, NCSoft gives a brief update for the Unreal Engine 4 MMORPG. And they did a conference call with their investors not too long ago. But anyways, real quick, it just goes on to say, at today's financial call, NCSoft assured that while there have been no public announcements, development of Project TL has been going on internally. They have high hopes to test Project TL later this year, and depending on the results, more information will be released next year, including the console version. I know a lot of us are irritated that Lost Ark hasn't come on over to the Western shores, but if there's a possible console version of this game, I mean, that kind of implies a Western release, does it not? Because I know even though console gaming is fairly popular in Korea, it's arguably even more popular as a whole around the globe. And so I would think NCSoft would want to capitalize on that. But this is just all assumptions, just, again, with the limited knowledge that I have. But either way, hopefully we'll get to test this out. Again, as I stated earlier or later this year, chances are it's probably going to be Korea only. But if they announce it for the rest of the world, I'd be very, very surprised, like very pleasantly surprised. So here's to hoping. Now, I know this next game isn't an MMO nor is it an RPG, but I wanted to mention real quick because it's actually a really cool game and I had fun with it. So another anniversary so far in the past month. This comes from PCGamer.com. Stellaris gets an anniversary update and is free to try all week. The Stellar Sandbox is celebrating its 4th anniversary with a visual update and a free trial. He goes on to read Stellaris, Paradox's massive 4X sandbox, turns 4 over the weekend. Paradox is celebrating it with a visual update that spices up space with cosmic phenomena. You can also look forward to a free trial too between now and May 17th. And as always, you could definitely head on to their main webpage at forum.paradoxplaza.com to check out the different goodies and different rewards that they have in store for this 4th year anniversary. And if you like, you definitely head on over to their Steam page, and they have various discounts as well for the game, and other titles too by Paradox if you're interested. Next, we head on over to MMORPG.com. Final Fantasy XI Smaller May version update out now. And if you didn't know already, a lot of their updates, including their anniversary, was pushed back because of this global problem that we've been having. But really quick, it just says, to that end, the May version update that was released includes monthly records of eminence adjustments as well as ambuscade tweaks. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But if you're curious about more details about this update, you could definitely head on to their main website at forum.squareenix.com. And as always, I'll have the link to this down in the pinned comment section below. Next, we head on over to massivelyop.com. Something secret is coming to Lord of the Rings Online tomorrow. And really quick, buried down in the update 26 patch notes is the easily overlooked line, something secret will become available on May 13th. Good luck, which will be tomorrow. And by the time you watch this, will probably be out already. So if you are a fan of this game, look for something hopefully amazing, whatever the secret is. Next, we head on over to MMORPG.com. Astelia maintenance patch brings bug fixes and more. And really quick, if this is a game that you enjoy, just know that they did release a patch fixing various issues as well as character skill improvements as well. And sticking with MMORPG.com, this is something that I covered yesterday, and it's about the problematic rollbacks that the Guild Wars 2 game has been receiving, at least for the European counterparts. But Guild Wars 2 EU servers restored following weekend rollback, and it looks like everything is fixed hopefully But it does go on to read, as part of the fix, we have restored all EU player accounts to their standing at roughly 2:40 p.m. Pacific time on May 11th. If you have, or if you find that you're still missing items or account progress, submit a ticket and customer support will help you as soon as possible. So thank goodness that this is finally resolved, but they're probably going to have some issues with some accounts out there. But at the end of the day, at least they fixed it, right? And really quick, we head on over to Destructoid.com. Harvest Moon One World is out this fall and is using a brand new game engine. And the other thing that I found really interesting, and it even sounds a bit post-apocalyptic to a certain extent, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it goes on to read, another detail from Natsume's announcement, the world is somehow without tomatoes, strawberries, and cabbage. And, quote, only an old book gives hints of what once was, end quote. In line with the title, the story will send you across the globe. So again, I mean, a world without those things, I mean, it sounds pretty desperate. But anyways, and heading out over to altchar.com, Ghost of Tsushima getting an extended look at Sony's state of play. Sucker Punch's samurai fantasy Ghost of Tsushima is finally getting some airtime as Sony announced extended look at the game on a state of play episode scheduled for next week. So players will get their extended look at Ghost of Tsushima this Thursday, May 14th at 1:00 p.m. Pacific time or 4 p.m. Eastern time. The soon-to-be samurai can watch the presentation on Twitch and YouTube. Sony said that the current cut of the episode is around 18 minutes long, so expect something in the ballpark. And I know there's a lot of Divinity fans out there, and back on over to PCGamer.com, Larian, quote, playing around with Divinity Original Sin 2 teases June announcement. And really quick, even though they're working on Baldur's Gate 3 right now, which looks really awesome, Larian, director of publishing Michael Dowse, replied in a tweet, there will be a couple Divinity announcements this alongside with Baldur's Gate 3. Gotcha, fam. So, yeah, we got some awesome news to look forward to if you are a fan of those franchises. And on over on Gematsu.com, Immortal Realms Vampire Wars launches August 28th. Immortal Realms Vampire Wars will launch for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on August 28th. Publisher Calypso Media and developer Palindrome Interactive announced. A closed beta is currently available to those who purchase the game via Calypso Store and Microsoft Store via Xbox Game Preview. And if you're interested, you could always check out their official Steam page as well. And it does have the tag strategy action RPG card game, as well as Vampire, which is a very unique combination of cards, or tags rather. And yeah, as you guys already know, I always hate reporting on things like this. But we head on over to massivelyop.com. A game ago, or Gamago, depending on where you are, I believe, is sunsetting more MMOs. This time, Dragon's Prophet, at least for the European servers, and its sequel, Savage Hunt, will be going offline, unfortunately. Earlier, I believe this month or last month, they said they will be taking the original Defiance off the Xbox servers as well. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening to the company, but I guess I wouldn't be surprised if there were more games from their portfolio that will be shutting down pretty soon too. But I may be jumping the gun by saying that as well. Back on over to MMOculture.com, Blade and Soul 2. Microsoft provides a minor update for upcoming MMORPG mobile sequel. I normally probably wouldn't cover this, but because I'm a huge fan of the Blade and Soul franchise, I will for now at least. But some of the interesting points mentioned is that no confirmed release date yet for Blade & Soul 2, though something might happen in the fourth quarter, October to December, rather than the third quarter. As the PC version of Blade & Soul performed very well overseas, which is very surprising, the development of Blade & Soul 2 also took the overseas market into consideration. The team will launch a Blade & Soul 2 in South Korea first before ironing it out overseas. Back on over to massivelyop.com, Neverwinter and Star Trek Online sells special packs to benefit charity. So Perfect World Entertainment is selling packs, and 100% of the proceeds will go to two different charities called the United Way Bay Area and Pop Culture Hero Coalition. You can buy various packs that start from, or that has a tier 1 bundle for both for $2 or tier 2 bundles for $10, and they come with various cosmetics as well as pets if you're interested. Back on over to MMORPG.com, Warframe Nightwave 3 available today on PC and console. It goes on to read Nightwave 3 is available on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. You'll be tasked with tracking the Glassmaker, an enigmatic serial killer who leaves a trail of crystallized body in his wake. The Glassmaker offers 30 tiers of instant, daily, weekly, and elite weekly rewards, including must-have exclusives such as Kephion Cosmetics, I believe that's how you pronounce it, I do apologize if it's not, operators, accessories, Nora, Knight's Landing Craft, and more. Back on over to MassivelyOP.com, Elder Scrolls Blades exits early access, adds new quests with latest update, and I didn't even know this game existed, but apparently it's an Elder Scrolls for the mobile port, but it's also available for the Nintendo Switch as well. But update 1.7 will not only confirm the end of early access, but will also bring features like 6 new quests that promises surprises, challenges, and of course awesome loot, as well as a new quest line that will pit players against PvE arena opponents. Back on over to PCGamer.com, canceled spin-off Terraria Otherworld may see the light of day. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen, but basically the Terraria creator Andrew Spinks, I think he was joking around when he said that, or when asked what would hopefully happen to that version of the IP, he says if he gets 100,000 signatures and $15, he'll open source it. But I think that was a sarcastic remark. Either way, maybe it's something that he's willing to do. Who knows? But yeah, you can see the picture or the screenshot here of the Discord post. But yeah, I don't want to get your guys' hopes up. Back on over to MassivelyOP.com, Neverwinter showcases the content rewards and release date of the Rage of Bell episode. And admittedly, this sounds actually pretty cool. It goes on to read, the crux of the episode's content involves entering a dark glyphwork portal and stopping a devil insurgencies. These insurgencies involve taking out devils and sealing portals. All of this fills up a Rage of Bell meter that tracks server-wide progress, which opens up the fight against Bell himself once it fills up completely. Which in my opinion is a pretty cool game mechanic for the entire server that they can do, rather than having like maybe a predictable boss timer. I mean, I guess there's pros and cons for both, considering if there's not enough players, then you can't really summon Bell that often, can you? But I still think it's pretty cool nonetheless. It also says goodies awaiting players include mounts, a companion, several vanity pets, and the Awakened Forger's box device. Rage of Bell is set to arrive to PC players on Thursday, May 14th, with the console launch sometime afterwards. And lastly, we head on back over to Gematsu.com. Capcom to release multiple major new titles by March 31st, 2021. And I only mention this because hopefully some of those titles might be an MMORPG. I doubt it, but at least some of them might be RPGs. I know Capcom's been doing a lot of remakes with their Resident Evil franchise. But hey, maybe we'll get another Monster Hunter game, which is, I think, a pretty awesome RPG, in my opinion. And that concludes today's episode of MMO and RPG News Roundup. I do appreciate if you made it with me so far. The watch time does help with the algorithms. And if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing, liking, and hitting the bell notification too, because it does help the channel a lot, considering I'm still a relatively new and small channel. But in any event, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Have a blessed night, rather. And I will see you guys next time. Cheers again, everyone.